What's up again, everybody? Broke Rad with you. And today we're going to be cleaning the throttle body and the mass airflow sensor in your car. And you do this regularly because it helps your car basically control those two things, how much air is going into your engine, and that helps it combust the fuel more efficiently, etc. And it also reduces the RPMs on your engine. So hopefully it lasts longer. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So this is what I'm talking about. Let me start my car. See how that jumps up to like 2,000 RPM? That's getting pretty fast for it to just be heating up. Ideally, we'd probably like that more around 1,500 RPM. So we're gonna try to bring that down today. All right, so you're gonna wanna get under your hood for the mass airflow sensor, which is this guy right here, as well as the throttle body. Throttle body in this car is back here. So mass airflow sensor, we can see it's pretty simple. You got a pigtail onto it, and then you just have two screws. So all we got to do is very carefully pop that pigtail. It is plastic. I'm going to do it with two hands. Honestly, I don't want to break it. You push down on this clip, pull it out, and then we're going to do these two screws. With that detached, the two screws out, we can now take out our mass airflow sensor. Be gentle with it. And there it is. It's actually, what we're cleaning is this piece of metal, and to do so I bought, sorry, wrong side, I've got this mass airflow sensor. This I think was about $10, and what we need to do is we need to spray this whole thing a couple of times and get it really covered, and then you need to let it dry before you put it back in. But go ahead and give it some sprays. Do not touch, though, I should say this, don't touch this with the nozzle. You just want to spray it. You don't actually want to physically touch anything. So here's what that looks like clean. Not sure you can really tell the difference, but I sprayed basically into all of these orifices to try to clean out anything that sticks onto them. But you really need to let this dry. You shouldn't put it in there wet. It claims that it dries instantaneously, but I would honestly recommend leaving it out for, 10, maybe 20 minutes to be safe, just to make sure you don't mess anything up. Okay, to access the throttle body, which is here, we can see that you have the intake and this hose feeds it. We got two hose clamps, one there, one there. Those are 8mm. So I'm gonna start by loosening those up. Okay, so I got these loose. You can see this one and that one. I can tell that this is connected to this box, and I don't want to disassemble everything, but I do think this needs to come off next. Okay, that's what that screw looks like. I'll note this is a plastic screw, so be a little careful of it. It was just right there. Now I'm going to try to wiggle that off and see if I can either, probably can't push it back, but maybe I can push it to the side. So I was able to get that off and that off, but this had an additional clip I didn't realize that was just sitting in there. So I had to reach under, and you got to push this together, and now it should all be free. So I was able to get that off to the side. Here's that throttle body. Now we got, let me get in here, 1, 2, 10mm bolts on each side, so 4 in total, okay? There's the throttle body that you can see we need to clean. It's sturdy, that's why we're doing this. A couple things. One, there's a wiring harness here. We're gonna take that off. Again, I'm gonna do this with two hands so I don't break the clip, but be very gentle. Now note, there is, I don't know if I can get the angle on this. It's underneath. This tube right here goes into the throttle body as well. I'm not sure on this car, but oftentimes that can be a coolant tube, and you don't really want to open that and have a bunch of coolant coming off. So I'm going to leave that tube attached if I can. So I got that wiring harness out. Here's what those bolts look like. The way I'd recommend doing this, do the two bottom ones, then do the far top one, and then end with this one so that that throttle body is likely going to fall when we take it off. So then this is that near bolt, and it's just easier to handle. So here's that throttle body now loose, and you can see this is why we're doing that. Look at all that buildup. That buildup right there. Basically, you can guess, right? This is a plate that moves. that buildup prevents it from moving efficiently, and if we clean it, it'll help quite a bit. The other side, the clean air side, isn't quite as bad, but you can see it doesn't close all the way. So I left again. I'm pretty sure that's a coolant hose, so I didn't open it. Maybe it'd be fine too. But I'm gonna try to, I'm tall enough, I'm gonna reach in here, I'm gonna put a bunch of paper towel down, and I'm just gonna clean this thing. All right, and to do this, I'm going to be using this throttle body and air intake cleaner specifically. I think it's a really good idea to wear gloves for this. This stuff is not good for you, and you're gonna be using a lot of it. And I'm gonna go in with this paper towel and really just try to clean it. Probably go in there with the toothbrush as well. So I'll go ahead and show you a before and after. So there's the before, and here's the after. Now, it's important to know, I cleaned the face of this on both sides, but really, right, the face might weigh it down, but really the edge, that clean edge is what you're looking for all around, because that's what's sticking. So once you get that done, go ahead, bolt everything back together. And then I'm also gonna throw that mass airflow sensor back in and start her up and see how much of a difference that made. All right, throttle body is back on. Let's do this clip. Now, these need to get torqued down to 7 foot-pounds, I will say. So I'm gonna use a torque wrench to do that. And it's important because this needs to get held on pretty well. And then we're gonna put this on. All right, it's reassembled. Tighten down your hose clamps, 8mm, and then we'll do the clip. Tighten down, get your little clamp thing, put it in here, get this tightened down just like that. My bad if you couldn't see that. And we're gonna put the screw in there and tighten it. Now that the throttle body's all put together, let's put your mass airflow controller back in there. Goes in just like that, line it up with the pigtail. Click on the pigtail, tighten it up, and that should be the last thing. Here's the moment of truth. And see how it's now more around 1,500 than 2,000. It's quite a bit lower, and that's what that can do for you. You get better miles per gallon, it's easier on your engine. So I hope that was helpful, and good luck, everybody.